Hello and welcome to this definitely choreographed, definitely well planned out video. Okay, so this is going to be slightly different to my last video because my last video was more of an analysis of new chapters and of the new chapter. And I've been working on some new videos, but basically what's been going on is I wanted to do an update to explain to everyone where my head is. But if it was just an update and that's it, that would be kind of boring. So I decided to, do something a little bit more than just that. So I thought I'd do a 100% accurate, 100% high effort character rankings. So we've got, because I've seen this totally hip meme circulating the interwebs. I believe it started with edubs. Yes, it goes from F tier up to S tier, and then my special never before seen, unique to this ranking R tier, which we'll get into later. So I've covered all the characters with red blocks, and I can't really remember the order of any of them, so I'll just go and pick out random characters and rank them. And yeah, this is definitely something I spent a lot of effort on, totally. Aha! Best boy, well, one of the best boys, Kits Wildman. He's a good boy, you know. He's scared, but he's a good boy. The first character in the show or the manga, as far as we're aware, to figure out that there are human infiltrators. You know, Rainer Bertolt. I mean, he didn't know. He thought Eren was the infiltrator, but he thought there was infiltrators, and he's the first character that we're aware of to figure that out. So yeah, that's pretty good. But he's also a big scaredy cat. You know, he's and everyone hates him. But, like, I would put him in F tier for being a big scaredy poo-poo face, but he did figure out about the Titan shifters, so he's pretty smart. So I'm gonna move him just a spot up to E tier, you know, because he did figure that out at least. Connie. Connie's a little bald boy. He's short. He's fast. There are other elements of his character, I'm sure. Then he got taller. Yeah, he's a funny boy. He's been through a lot. I like him. He's got nice hair, and that's actually not meant to be ironic. I like his hairstyle in the new chapters. I'm not. That's not a joke. Yeah, C. Like, he's like the definition of a C character. Like, he's fine. You know, he's good. Whatever. This guy is poking out a little bit. Let's just get him out of the way. It's Erwin, of course. How you doing, Erwin? Erwin's, you know, he's cool. You know, he lost his Sasageo arm. You know, so he can't dedicate his heart to humanity anymore. So he can't be up here anymore. You know, he's good. Got that classic, like, Aryan German look to him that definitely isn't meant to be racist. Please don't call me a Nazi for liking the show. I mean, like, he's pretty cool. His eyebrows do carry the fate of humanity. So, you know, I think he's A tier. You know, he's pretty cool. You know, held off Levi for a bit. You know, yeah, he's pretty good. In fact, no, screw it, S tier, because those eyebrows are too nice. Who are you? My boy. My boy, Zeke. How are you doing, Zeke? Zeke is a good boy. Zeke is a good boy. I'm gonna put him up there with Erwin because he's basically the other side's Erwin, and except he has more of a personality than Erwin does. Controversial statements. But Zeke, he's so memeable, you know. He's the big bad beast Titan, but he's all on me chance, here to save you. He's all big brother, bro, cool, meme boy Titan. I love him. Zeke's awesome. Who's next? We've got Historia, or Krista, Queen of the Lands. She's been absent from the story for about 5 years now. I think it has to have been about 4 or 5 years since she last did anything in the manga. No, she had a few interactions, but, like, she's been absent for so long. But, you know, when she was there, she was a pretty good character. But, like, she's been gone for so long. You know, like, she's definitely not C tier. She's better than C tier, but she's not as good as Erwin or Zeke. And I would put her at A tier, but she's been gone for so long. But it looks like she does have relevance to the story again, so yeah, I'll put you at A tier. Historia, you can be A tier. Well done, my little girl. Well done. Who's next? Ah, it's Reiner. Reiner, my boy. How are you doing? This is where our special category comes up. R tier is for Reiner and Reiner-related people because, I mean, being Reiner just automatically puts you right at the top. Like, I don't even have to debate. Like, he's right above everyone else. He's best boy, without doubt. Reiner, top tier. Next. Who are you? Oh, it's Hanji. Yes, good old Cyclops Hanji. Where do I put you, Hanji? Let me think. Hanji's consistently since the beginning been a cool character. I like Hanji. She's not Reiner. She's not as good as Zeke or Erwin. But I'd say she's better than Historia. In fact, yeah. So I'm going to put Hanji at A tier and Historia gets bumped down to B tier because Hanji isn't as good as Erwin or Zeke in my mind, but she's definitely better than, say, Historia. So, like, I'm going to have to put her up in A tier and move Historia down. Now we've got a pretty good idea of where all the characters are at, though. Who are you? Ah, it's this guy. This guy. I forgot what happens to him. I don't think the manga showed it. Did the manga show what happened to him? I think he died. I don't remember. This boy here. He's dead. I think. I don't know. I wish the manga had shown it more. He's good. Barely has any character at all. But like he's a good boy. Okay, that's the thing. He's not worse than Kits, but I can't put him as high as Krillin, so he goes into D tier. Nothing against him as a character, he just doesn't have enough screen time to be, better than, say, Krillin or Sasha. Oh, who's next? You. Ah, it's best boy Eren himself. Hello, Eren. How are you doing? You see, he definitely has to be in the A to R tier. I mean, he did say he's the same as Reiner, so yeah, there we go. R tier. He goes in R tier because he and Reiner are the same, and since Reiner is automatically the best, Eren also has to automatically be the best with him since they're the same. You. Ah, Mikasa. How are you doing? Slave, which means can't be anywhere above A. Can't be in... Maybe... Ooh, S for slave. There we go. You're in slave tier, Mikasa. You got into S tier on a technicality. I hope you're happy. Who are you? Ah, it's Falco. Falco, my boy. Well, you've had more character development than Marcel ever did. And to be honest, you're a more interesting character than Connie. So, but not on Historia's level. Okay, Falco goes in C tier for now. Depends on what happens with his character as it progresses. Ah, it's hello Levi. How are you doing? Well, I mean, Levi is also a slave because he's also an Ackerman, so he has to go in slave tier by just... That's just how it is, If you're an Ackerman, if you're a slave, you have to go into S for slave tier. That's just how it works. Ah, Armin, how are you doing, Armin? Armin, where do you go? You're not as good as the Chads, Eren, and Reiner, but you are at least above Historia in terms of character development. You're definitely above Connie and Falco. So I'll put you at... I can't put you at S tier. You're not as cool as Zeke and... You're not as good as Zeke and the slaves. So let's put you in A tier. Armin, how are you doing? You. Ah, hello, Bertolt. Well, Bertolt and Armin are basically the same person, so you can go up there as well. Ah, Keith. Keith. How are you doing? Well, he's a cook for starters. That's not meant to be an edgy joke. He legit is a cook. Not as good as... He can't be A tier or above because he just doesn't have enough screen time. But he's really an interesting character. So I'm going to put you at... He's legit gotten more development than, like, say, Sasha. So I'm going to put Keith at B tier. He's cool. I like Keith. Who are you? Oh, Pixis. Right, Pixis. Pixis is a cool dude. If this was season 1, I'd have put him probably around A or S tier. And he kind of, I'm gonna put him B tier. He's not as he's kind of, he still plays a role in the story, but it's not as big of a role as it could have been. So whatever, B tier, it's fine, doesn't matter. Horseface, John himself. He's so handsome. If you haven't read the manga, which you should have if you're watching this video, seriously, there's so many spoilers in these jokey thumbnails. These jokey little images. But he's so handsome. And I'm not even gay. Let me think. I think I need to do a little bit of reshuffling. Yeah, I think, okay. Okay, so I've done a bit of reshuffling. I've moved Kits down to F. Because even though he's a good boy who had the right idea, he's probably the worst character in this entire ensemble, so kind of by default he has to go into F. And then, again, Marcel, it's unfortunate. He's not a bad character. Like, he seems like a really cool dude. It's just he has so little screen time that he can't be as high as any of the other characters, just because he's barely around. And then, Jean, you, my boy, you definitely are better than Connie or Sasha or any of the other 1 and 4th members, because you actually get developed as a character. I'd put him around Historia Pixis level. Why not? And who are you? Willie Typer. Just seal that off. Willie. You actually got a lot of interesting character development during your brief time. I'm going to put you at around C level. Solid character. If he was around for longer, he'd probably be way higher. Probably around B or A tier. But he's just not around long enough. So, you know, same with Marcel. Good character, but just doesn't have enough screen time. Jesus, how are you doing? It's Marco. Marco. Cool guy. Doesn't really get developed. C. Really, like, he's just development as a character got cut off halfway and just kind of didn't really get very far, but he seemed like a nice dude, so whatever. Hello, Annie. You were a really interesting character, and then you stopped existing for the next 7 years. So, if she had continued to be a presence in the manga like Reiner and Bertolt, she'd probably be up in like A tier, along with her pal Bert. But she's been gone for so long that I have to put her in B tier. She got some really interesting development while she was around, but she wasn't around for very long. So you're going to B tier. Sorry, blonde girl. What are you doing, Magath, up here? Magath, genuinely really cool character, not even memeing, really good character. Why do I put you? He's definitely above D tier. He has more screen time than Willie or Keith did. I'm going to put him in B tier, because as much as I like Magath, it would kind of be a disservice to characters like Historia and John to put Magath above them. So you go in B tier, Magath. You. It's Piek. Hello, Piek. Best girl. If you know where this picture's from, then, well, I'm in trouble. Where do you go? She is best girl. I gotta say that. She's definitely above D tier. She's gotten more development than, well, I wouldn't say development, but she's gotten more kind of like character. It's difficult to describe her. Like, she's been around for so much less time than other characters, but she's just so wonderful. I'm going to put her C tier. I love her. If I was purely like ranking the characters based off of how much I liked them, she'd be all the way up in S tier or R tier. She's wonderful, but I just don't think she's been around long enough or had enough development to be any higher than, say, Falco. Because I do like her. I like her a lot, but like she just hasn't been around long enough. Who are you? Oh, Gabby. You see, if I put her any higher than C tier, people are going to hate me. But she does deserve to go higher than C tier. She's had more development than Falco or Willie or Piek. But she hasn't had as much development as Hanji or Bertolt, and she's not been around as long either. Okay, I'm going to put Gabby in B tier for now. Solid character. Actually, fuck it. She goes in R tier because she's a brawn. She's related to Reiner, so by default she's above everyone else. I forgot about that rule. Well done, Gabby. You're the best now. Congratulations. Oh, Zachary, the best, the only character in Attack on Titan who has a true appreciation for art. And being an artist myself, or a wannabe artist, I appreciate that. So S tier, top tier, undeniable. He's the best. In fact, he's so good that I'm going to have to move Mikasa and Levi down to A tier, because they may be slaves, but they're nothing compared to the S now stands for shit machine. Hello, Sasha. How are you? You go along with your friends down at D tier. You know, kind of cool characters, but not really developed very much. Who are you? Oh, it's the ship machine. Yeah, he's S tier, definitely. By definition. There we go. And last but not least, Porco, how you doing? Porco's a really cool character. Not as cool as Pieck, though. I'm going to put him down with Connie and them. Alright, so there we go. Something I totally put a lot of effort into, and definitely didn't rush together in 5 minutes just to have something to do. But yeah, as promised, I need to do a little update on my channel. So basically, right, I'll explain what's going on. So I did my first video, which was an analysis of chapter 117, and that was more well received than I expected. I expected to get like 12 views, maybe. Didn't expect to get any subscribers. I expected honestly people to get kind of bored by the video and not enjoy it, but apparently people actually liked the video. You know, apparently people enjoyed it, and I got 5 subscribers, which isn't a lot. Like, it's a tiny amount, but it's 5 times more than I was expecting, you know? So, like, that's great. So I was thinking about where I wanted to go next, what direction I wanted to head in, and I'm thinking analysis of characters and chapters and episodes and stuff like that, but I wasn't really sure. I've written a couple scripts, but I'm not really too happy with any of them, to be honest, because I feel like I've gotten so many ideas that I haven't kind of focused on one of them. The main, like, 3 ideas I have at the moment are a video on how Reiner survived getting his head blown off and, like, his spine cut, and kind of like an analysis of the power and whether it makes sense and all that. Another video I had in mind, which is the one I've currently got planned to finish, the one I'm currently going for, is an analysis of Bertolt and Armin's character development in Season 3, Episode 15, and how their characters are basically parallels of one another, who develop in opposite directions parallel to each other. And the third idea, which is probably the one I'm going to do after that, is an analysis of Eren's character in Chapter 100 and what's going on inside his head during Chapter 100 and also Chapter 99. Those are like the 3 main videos I've got in mind. Of course, whenever a new chapter comes out, that's going to be like... I can't really do episode reviews because I like most of my analysis and reviews comes from theorizing and speculating and trying to come up with ideas. And if I'm just going through episodes, that's stuff that's already that's stuff that already happened in the manga years ago. You know, there's not really much to speculate about, to be honest. And all the speculation, really, the interesting conversations I could have already, like, it's stuff that's already been like, yeah, we know this already because we've read the manga, you know. So I can't really do episode reviews. I'll do a quick review of the episodes right now. Fuck it, why not? Season 3, Episode 13. Good episode, good pacing. Did a good job of making you feel afraid. Great ending. Music was utilised beautifully. Great animation. Top tier episode. Great. 9 out of 10. Great episode. Episode 2. Animation was a bit weird at some points. Reiner versus Eren fight could have been better, but it was fine. You know, episode as a whole, you know, it was solid episodes. Erwin's speech was, in my opinion, a lot better than in the manga. So yeah, again, solid episode, great. Episode 3, best episode of Season 3 Part 2 so far, without doubt, in my opinion. So still really solid episode, probably my favourite episode of Season 3 Part 2 so far. And there we go, that's my very quick reviews of the episode so far. I can't really go into detail with it because, like, what's the point? All the theorising stuff I could possibly do is stuff that's already been established in the manga, right? But yeah, that's kind of where my head's at the moment. I want to make more videos. I'm just trying to figure out what direction to go in. And I'll try to get videos out semi-regularly, maybe like once every week, you know, on average. And thank you. for watching. I'm sure this video was a total waste of your time, and I'm happy about that because fuck you. Genuinely though, thank you very much for watching. My content on average is going to be a lot better than this. This is kind of just, I was working on some actual scripted videos that would have effort put into them, and I didn't want to go too long without putting anything out, so I decided to just whip this video together just as something, just so something is made to let everyone know, hey, I haven't abandoned this channel, like I am going to be making stuff, it's just taking longer than I was expecting. Stuff will be out, I am working towards stuff. If you like the idea of character analysis videos and chapter and episode analysis videos, I might go back to old chapters or old episodes and analyze them and stuff like that, then, you know, feel free to subscribe, leave a like. If you want any topics discussed, you know, leave a comment about, like, hey, I've got an idea for a video, why don't you talk about such and such, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on it, then, you know, you do that. Keep in mind, though, if it's like a character analysis, like an analysis of, like, Zeke or Erwin or Eren throughout the whole manga, those are videos that will take a long time to make. But if you want, like, analysis of a character within, like, a specific chapter, or just an analysis of a chapter or episode, that'll take much less time. But anyway, whatever. I'll even just have me want to discuss theories like the Eren is the devil theory and time travel theory and all that kind of stuff. Just whatever. You give suggestions. I'm open to suggestion. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you next time.